Hello and welcome to Get Cycling, the first of 3 programmes dedicated to cycling in and around the Swindon area, sponsored by Swindon Travel Choices. Here's what's coming up on the programme. We get down and dirty at the Croft Bike Trail, we look at the best cycle trails in and around Swindon, and we find out how you can get trained on your bike. Well, if you're anything like me, as soon as the warm weather comes along, you just want to get out there and enjoy your bike. But how can you be sure it's safe? Well, I'm here at an event to talk to Sarah, who's going to guide us through some maintenance tips. So Sarah, where do we start?
Well, it depends. Whether you're using your bike quite regularly, maybe once a week, you do a quick check before you set off each time, and we call that one an ABC check. Air in the tyres, brakes that work well, and a chain that goes round and you're ready to go.
Now, what about if you're someone who hasn't maybe used the bike for some time?
We do a slightly longer check, and it's well worth doing at the beginning of the season, and we call this an M check. If I take you over to the bicycle, it's called an M because we can follow the main parts of the bikes that are worth checking. So if we start here, first of all we want to make sure that the wheel is firmly attached to the bike. So if you've got nuts, make sure that they're tight, or a quick release that it's all nicely folded over. And work your way through, so you've got spokes, make sure that they're all intact, or else go and see your mechanic. Check the rims of the tyres, check the state of the tyres. If they're perished over the winter, or if you can see some canvas through there, you're far more likely to pick up a puncture. If we work our way up here, we come to the brakes. Give the wheels a quick spin. Make sure the brakes actually make the tyre stop, and when you release the brake, that the wheel can turn round again. On your way up, just make sure that the frame's all in good order, and we come up to the saddle, make sure that's not wriggling around, and we work our way down to the chain, make sure that can move smoothly. A little bit of oil doesn't need to be dripping, but it'd be nice if it wasn't orange. And we work our way up to the headset. If you can keep that tyre straight and wriggle it, if it moves you need to tighten it, and move your way down to repeat what you did at the back. So we've got brakes, we've got spokes, we've got tyres.
So I'm looking at some things you've got down here, because I'm thinking that if you are actually on the road and something does go wrong, what kind of maintenance things should you maybe take with you?
On any journey it's a good idea to bring a drink with you, a snack with you, and a little pack in the back. Nobody wants to do a puncture repair when they're out on the move. It always happens on the back tyre, always happens in the rain, so it's good to have just a spare inner tube with you, and that's a quick fix. If you have more than one puncture, then you've got the puncture repair kit just in case, and that does for most people, as long as you've got a pump somewhere handy.
Perfect. Well, I think I better go and do some maintenance on my bike. Thank you, Sarah. So your bike is ready for the season, you've pumped up your tyres, and now you're ready to go cycling. So where are the best places to go? Well, Claire Fleming from Swindon Travel Choices has the answers. So hi Claire, it's great to talk to you. Now I know as part of Swindon Travel Choices you have a wide remit, don't you?
That's right. Swindon Travel Choices was set up to promote all aspects of sustainable transport. They aim really to give people alternatives to driving around in their cars. So whether that's public transport or walking or cycling, for example.
Now you talk about cycling. If I'm a resident of Swindon, how do I know where the best places to cycle around Swindon are?
Well, a good starting point is the Swindon Cycle Map, which we produce continually, so they're hopefully getting better and better. The Swindon Cycle Map, you can pick one of those up from any bike shop in Swindon, or the libraries have them, or you can email Swindon Travel Choices and we'll send you one in the post. The maps are quite clear and it shows you where all the off-road traffic-free paths are in a single orange colour on the map. So that means if you're a bit nervous, or you're a beginner, or you've got kids and you want to take them out on your bike, just look around your local area and see where all those orange lines are on the map. And there's thousands of them, particularly West Swindon and North Swindon is really good for off-road cycling, and Swindon's pretty flat as well, so it's a great place to explore on a bike.
Now you mentioned people there maybe being a little bit nervous about cycling or so on. I understand you even do guided rides as well.
That's right. Once a week in the warmer weather we do guided rides around Swindon that we're calling discovery rides, because we want people to discover the paths and discover the way they could go in Swindon, and how to get to school and how to get to work and how to just get around for leisure. So if people want details of those, they're very short, simple, easy rides. Probably best place to start is our Swindon Travel Choices website, and they can download a brochure and find out more about the rides and how far they are and when they're going and where they're going from.
So we've got everything we need. All we need to do now is get cycling.
Oh, biking's a great way of getting around. You can travel quite a distance in a short space of time. You can sense that freedom and just enjoy the nice, flat, traffic-free paths around Swindon and feel the wind through your cycle helmet.
Well, thanks very much indeed, Claire. I'm actually into off-road biking, so the Croft Trail is where we're off to next. The Croft Trail is located in South Swindon, right next door to the nationwide headquarters, and has 2 trails for varying abilities. Now I'm joined by Kat and Dion from MB Swindon. And Kat, tell me a little bit about the Croft Trail itself.
The Croft Trail was set up by Nationwide Cycling Club with some lottery funding, and then volunteers took over from that club and formed MB Swindon, and it's that same group of volunteers and additional people that actually make the trail exactly what it is.
Fantastic, and the MB Swindon is a great club, isn't it?
It is. Anyone can join, from little 3-4-year-olds with their parents right up to people who actually want to compete. We've got 2 race teams, so if you want to go that far, you can do.
Now, do you need to have all of the gear, all the equipment and everything to get started?
To start, no. I mean, you can jump on any bike, put on just some nice protective clothing, like a pair of jeans or a nice jacket, and start off that way. And once you get into it, if you want to spend more money, obviously you can. It's not a problem.
And you have ways of welcoming people to the club with special days and things as well.
We do.
Don't you?
If you go on our Facebook page, you'll see all the events that we do. There's rides every weekend from novice to more experienced, and it's a great way to meet people.
Fantastic. And Kat, what would you say to people who are just thinking, shall I, shan't I, I'm not too sure? What should they do?
Like Dion said, get in touch with us. We offer actually training courses. If you want to try and learn some skills for mountain biking, we have qualified instructors in the club. And yeah, like I said, just come down every Friday night. We've got a ride as the nights are getting shorter. Lights are getting shorter, and evenings lighter. Come down, see what we're up.
Fantastic. Now, of course, not everybody's an expert, and for some, the mere thought of getting on a bicycle fills them with fear. But fortunately, my next guest has a way to deal with that. I'm here with Neil from Cycling Now, who offers a whole range of courses for cyclists, from adults through to children, so they can get better enjoyment of cycling. And Neil, I'm imagining, looking at your courses and what you run, you get a wide variety of people. Who are they typically?
Oh, yes, we do. We get people who want to get out on their bikes again, elderly people who've decided they want more exercise, young families who all want to go out on the ride together, and schools ring us up so that we can do bikeability.
Now, you talk about schools. Of course, many of us of a certain age remember our old cycle proficiency test. This sounds like it's a modern 21st century version.
Oh, most definitely is. It has, it increases the child's awareness of the road, whereas before it was volunteers doing the work. Now it's professional instructors who are trained by government registered organisations.
Now, of course, the roads are getting busier and people understandably develop a bit of a fear of traffic and the environment for cyclists. How do you aim to overcome that?
Well, we give them coping mechanisms to overcome their lack of confidence. We get them to look around them more at traffic. We get them to ride in the right position in the road. And by doing that, they can see that they can be seen more. They can see more, and the traffic doesn't actually want to run them over.
So, always a good thing.
Always a good thing, yes.
Neil, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's all we've got time for on this episode of Get Cycling, but we'll be back again in June when we're going to be looking at electric bikes and also commuter-related cycling. Now, for more information about cycling in and around Swindon, look at the website travelchoices.co.uk/cycle. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.